Why you shouldn't give a woman your all. I know a lot of guys are doing this, and maybe a lot of you guys probably thinking about doing this. And this is very, very dangerous. It is very, very depressing. It's going to lead to your misery when you give a woman your all. And that's because when you put all your focus to a woman, when you put all your investments into a woman, and you put all your energy into that woman, and you no longer focusing on what you need to do, and you always just worrying about her growth, you putting your all into her, what's going to happen is you're no longer going to grow because you giving all your energy to her. You transfer all your energy into her. And her energy, she's not transferring none of her energy onto you. So she's full of energy, and she's feeding off of your energy. So it's growing her, but you're not growing yourself. See, this is why you shouldn't give a woman your all, because once you give a woman your all, bro, you got to understand that you're going to do away with what's important. That's focusing on you. That's bettering your life as a man. This is what a lot of you guys are doing. And that's what's going to make you depressed, because long term, we already know that these women, they're just like customers that drive through restaurants. Once they really, really get what they want from you, once they get to that second window, she's gone. She take off. And these women don't care. So you shouldn't give a woman your all, because it's draining you. It's breaking you down mentally and spiritually. It's going to do that long term over time. See, you might not thinking that it's going to do that because, you probably just got in that relationship and stuff like that. And you're thinking that you're actually being a man by providing, but you're overdoing it. You're not providing. What you're doing is you're draining yourself when you're giving a woman your all. If she's not pouring into your empty cup like you're pouring into her empty cup, it's just not going to work, guys. A lot of you guys are pouring into a woman's empty cup, and she's not pouring anything into yours. Guys, energy is very important. This is why you shouldn't give a woman your all. You should give your purpose your all, because that's what's going to benefit you long term. You should give what you want to do with your life your all, because that's what's going to make you happy. When you give a woman your all, what they usually do, 9 times out of 10, I ain't saying 10 out of 10, 9 times out of 10, they take you for granted, because you're just easy access. So they look at you as like, oh, he's weak, or I got him. See, this is why women want us men. This is why women want us men to give them, everything. They want us to give us. They want us to give them our soul. These women, they want souls. This is why women, they want you to invest into them. When you first meet them, they want you to keep. Some women want you to keep investing, and so you get emotionally attached and be afraid to lose that investment, so you continue to supply her narcissism while she don't do nothing for you. And that's when you get attached. See, when you invest into something and you give something enough of your energy, enough of your focus, and enough of your money, you don't want to leave it because you don't put too much into it. See, this is what women want us men to do, the majority of women, because they want us to get attached to them. And they want to just use us up. I'm not saying all women, but a lot of women are like this. They try to manipulate you, and you are a weak man. Let me say this. You are a weak man if you let a woman manipulate you mentally. You are a weak man. This is why you shouldn't give a woman your all, because it's not worth it. Dudes that's in marriages that done gave women they all, a lot of those dudes are miserable. There's some dudes that's been married over 20 years. Saying that, man, you know what? I never do this again. After this marriage, that's it. It's so many dudes that told me this. Guys, do not give a woman your all. It's going to put you you're going to forget about yourself. You're going to lose yourself because you're no longer focusing on yourself. You're focusing on her. So you pedestalize in her and putting her up on the pedestal. Guys, it's all about supplying a woman's narcissism when you're giving a woman your all. She's going to take you for granted. She's going to see you as like, oh, he's a sucker. I finally got one. And what's going to happen is when you give a woman your all, you could take her out on trips and everything. and then you tell her no, she's gonna act like you never did nothing for her. No, she's gonna be complaining. She's gonna be trying to manipulate you. She's gonna be trying to gaslight you, say this, say that, to try to lower your self-esteem, to try to make you feel bad, so you can continue to keep supplying her narcissism. Because this is how a lot of these women are. Guys, do not give a woman your all. Give yourself your all. You only got one life. Why would you give somebody else your all? You putting yourself last when you give a woman your all. That's not good. If you putting yourself last in life, that is not good. And you put somebody else above you as far as like a woman, I know God come first. But I'm just saying, if you putting a woman above you, because Adam was here before Eve. So right there, that should tell you something right there. You should put yourself second as a man and put God first. That should tell you that right there as a man. When you put a woman above you as a man and you give a woman your all, what's going to happen is you're going to drain yourself. You're going to drain your life. You're going to be miserable. You know, guys, do not do this. You're going to go into you can go into a state of depression. You know, a woman can easily manipulate you when you give a woman your all. When you invest into a woman, when you invest into so much into a woman, whether that's emotionally or financially, and then you are afraid to leave that woman, that's not good. You'll do any, you know why? Because you'll do anything to keep that woman, because you don't want to lose what you invested in. See, this is what women want you to do. They want you as a man to give your all to them. They want your soul. They want you to get emotionally attached while they be emotionally detached. While they can live their best life while you live your worst life. It's all about, you know, they want you to babysit. You know, they want you to feed them. They want you to make them happy, entertain them, take them places, you know, care for them. See, that means you care too much. If you give a woman your all, you care too much. If you put a woman before your purpose, or you put a woman as your happiness, if you put a woman as your happiness, that's bad, man. You should put your purpose as your happiness. You should put that as your happiness, because you can only leave your purpose a lot of times. See, your purpose, a lot of times our purposes don't leave us. We choose to leave it. You know, your purpose is really your job, what you do for a living. You know, you can only leave that job when you want to. You know, you can only retire from that job when you want to. You know, it ain't going nowhere. So guys, do not give a woman your all. It ain't nothing but a setup. It's a setup. A lot of guys are miserable in relationships because they done gave a woman their all. You know, and now they're getting this knowledge about why they shouldn't give a woman their all. Now, like, they want to leave the relationship, but they too invested. They just too invested. Or they've been married to that woman too long. Now she can take half. So they must, especially guys in marriages. A guy that's in a marriage, that's been married for a very, very long time, enough for a woman to take half of his earnings, he's done for. You know, he's got to keep simping. He's got to keep giving that woman his all. He got to keep trying to impress that woman. Because if that woman decides to leave him, she's going to take half of what he earned. Guys, I'm trying to say, this is why marriage is nothing but a setup. This is why giving a woman your all is nothing but a setup. It's not going to help you as a man. It's not going to benefit you. I'm telling you, do what benefits you. Stop doing what benefits women. Stop trying to make women happy. You cannot make a woman happy. When you try to make a woman happy, you only making her more narcissistic. Hear what I said, guys. When you try to make a woman happy, you only making her more narcissistic and more entitled to what you have. You supporting and supplying her narcissism when you're trying to make a woman happy. A lot of guys out here doing it full time. It's not good, guys. This is why you should not give a woman your all, because you're going to get attached and you're going to invest too much. And when you invest too much to the point where you are afraid to lose that investment, which is her, then you have gave her your soul. You have gave her your heart. You're supposed to give your purpose your heart. You're supposed to give your all towards what you want out of life, and that's your purpose. That's what you should want out of life. What's generating you a lot of income. You know, what's going to make you more money. See, everything you're supposed to be doing in this life supposed to benefit you short term, long term. It's supposed to benefit you in this life. This is why a lot of you guys don't reach your full potential when it comes down to your purpose. You don't reach your max when it comes down to your full potential in life, when it comes down to success, because you guys out here giving women your all, focusing on a woman. You're not focusing on the bag. You're not focusing on purpose. You're not focusing on growing. Life is about growth. You know? This is why a lot of you guys, y'all become men, but you really don't grow up mentally. You don't really grow up mentally because you out here giving women your all. You out here giving women your all. You know, you're supposed to take new risk. You know, you're supposed to be doing new things, trying new things out that's going to benefit you in the long run, financially. But giving a woman your all, bro, I'm trying to tell you, is not going to work out. You know, you're going to end up with a broken heart. You're going to end up getting cheated on. You know, a lot of guys that gave women they all, you know, a lot of those guys, unfortunately, they're, you know, a lot of those guys getting cheated on because they trust their girl and all that type of stuff. And they girl know that. They girl know that. She know that. A woman knows when she has a weak man. She knows that. Psychologically, she knows when she got a weak man. So she can, you know, do slick things behind his back because he's going to trust her because he's smashing and he's giving her his all. So he's thinking that if he keep giving her money and giving her his all, she's not going to never cheat on him. That's where a lot of you guys go wrong. That's when women do cheat on you. Because they know that you trust him. They think that you not thinking that they're not creeping around because you invested so much money. So you thinking, man, since I invest my money, she's going to be loyal to me. That doesn't equal loyalty. Investing a lot of money into a woman, that doesn't equal her being loyal to you. Guys, do not give women your all. I'm trying to tell you, it's nothing but a setup for men. It's nothing but a setup for men. A lot of men are doing this, unfortunately. Getting their heart broke, you know, just afraid to leave the relationship, simping. This is what caused a lot of you guys to simp, believe it or not. This is what leads to simping, guys. This is what leads to a man having a weak mindset, giving a woman your all. Because, like I said, when you're afraid to lose what you gave her, you done gave her so much of your resources. You don't give her so much of your time. You don't give her so much of your focus. When you're afraid to lose that investment, which is her, you know, you start simping even more. You start simping even more. You start investing even more into her because you don't want to lose her. And that's how she gets you emotionally attached. And you just be stuck. You don't want to leave because you're just so attached because you gave her too much of your time. You gave her too much of your effort. You gave her too much of your money. Guys, this is what you're supposed to be giving too much of your time, your effort, and your focus is your purpose in life. You're going to live a much happier life when you do that because you're doing what actually benefits you. You know, these women, they don't care. A lot of women do not care. They just want a guy that's going to supply their narcissism. That's all they want. Or support it. That's all they want. A lot of these women don't care, man. They do not care. You know, and this is what make a woman feel more entitled. This is what make a woman feel more entitled to what you have. You know, when you give a woman your all. She's going to be like, so? Even though that you paid, you know, you spent $1,000 on me last week, so what? That's what you're supposed to do. This is how women get this type of attitude and they become more narcissistic because you giving these women your all. Stop doing that, guys. It's not going to help you at all. It's going to make you're gonna live a miserable life because you're putting yourself last. When you put yourself last, bro, you don't get your way. That's the thing. See, when you give a woman your all, you don't get your way in life. You don't really get your way in life. You giving someone else their way in life. See? A woman supposed to work for what she want to work for. Just like you supposed to work for what you want to work for. Anybody supposed to want to work for whatever they want for. But these women, they want you to give them your all so they don't have to work for it. So you can work for it for them. Don't supply these women narcissism, bro. Do not give these women your all. I'm trying to tell you, it's not going to help you. It's nothing but a setup for men. It's going to break you down. That's what it's going to do. And you're going to live a miserable life. It's just not going to help you at all, guys. So, guys, man, this is why you shouldn't give a woman your all, because you putting your all into her, and you're making you emotionally attached. And this is why a lot of you guys start taking women. You start taking them too serious. You start taking them too serious. You would like, some guys, just little things. I mean, a woman can, once you give a woman your all and you give her your soul and all that, a woman can lie about something, about what a man said or did, and you just be ready to just go hurt that man. You will go to jail. And unfortunately, it's a lot of guys that did this. Like females, like for an example, like females, they'll say, "Oh, I'm gonna go get my man." They go get a man. They'll go get you as a man. You gonna gave her your all, so now you don't want to hear nothing from the other guy. You don't understand that your woman has probably disrespected that man first. You don't want to hear that though. You just want to take it to the violence, and this is what causes a lot of guys to go to jail and all that. Because you're giving a woman your all, you're getting emotionally attached to her, and that's not good. And it's making you very, very emotional when it come down to hurt, man. It puts you in an emotional state when you give a woman your all. I'm trying to tell you guys, this is the truth. Man, I just hope you guys smile this video, man. I hope it helped you. Don't give a woman your all. It's Coleman.